Hello and welcome to the final of the European Championships with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hi.
Hi. So we've got Dan Williams in the final playing Lanni Rains, with Reinhard playing Targ LotC on the right. Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got a Brit in the final, that was nice.
Yeah.
So we've seen, I think we've seen quite a few of Reinhard's games on our channel, plus on the Battle of Blackwater play. Not Battle of Blackwater, oh my god, I can't speak. Where is it?
Where's what?
What's the other YouTube channel's names?
Oh, Night of the Blackwater.
That's it.
How could you forget Ben's name?
I'm having a day, it's been a busy one. Night of the Blackwater, sorry.
Carnigate.
Carnigate, yeah. And then the gaming hall as well with Liam, so you know you can probably catch a few of Reinhard's and Dan's games on those channels too if you wanted to check them out. I also know that Ben recorded the final too, so you know, if you want to get a different perspective on the final, obviously you can go and check out Ben's recording on Carnigate of the Blackwater.
You said that so aggressively.
I know, I was excited about Carnigate.
I'm overwhelmed by the aggression.
We'll have a great look at the setups. So we've got Danny duped on the right with Viserys, and then on the left we've got it's Lancel. I know the glare is really bad, sorry guys. So we've got Lancel on the left with, if I remember correctly, it was a Tyrion, but I can't remember what attachment was on him. So we'll probably find out later, I'd imagine.
Would it be Widow's Wail?
Possibly.
I mean, I can't imagine Lanni Rains would run many more one-cost attachment. Because that's Lancel and Tyrion, there's only 1 gold left.
Yeah.
So it must be Widow's Wail, you just think?
Yeah, it makes sense. So we'll presume it's Widow's Wail for now.
And Dan wouldn't mind that. It gives him 6 strength Tyrion, 5 strength in challenges when Dan is standing, which is not imminently burnable.
And Lancel gets the same, right? Is he printed cost or character strength?
He will get the same strength as any other Lanni Lord.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't even have to be printed cost, it will just be the...
Just the strength, as long as there's only 1 Lord.
Yes, yeah, that's his only downside, isn't it?
So he will be also 6 strength.
Not too bad.
Seems okay.
Yeah. Be nice to get a bit of econ out, but neither of them do, so not as big an issue. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, doesn't Reinhard run 2 heads?
He does.
Yeah, we saw this in the previous games. And then counting coppers from Dan, which is surprising. Indicates to me maybe he doesn't have what he wants in hand. I don't know how he's going to get any cards out with only 2 gold, unless he's got a King's Road in there. Hitting a Nightmares there with the heads on spikes.
Well, we know some of Dan's tricks involve Tyrion gold, so maybe he's thinking about he would also get gold mid challenges.
Yeah, that's true. Probably got a couple of burned men or something that he'll chuck in. Makes sense. So Reinhard made Dan the first player. So Dan triggered Reinhard's plot first, which, as we mentioned, took the heads on spikes. And now Dan's drawing his 3 cards. So you know, he's probably you know, hoping that Reinhard wouldn't take anything juicy that came into his hand after counting coppers, which makes sense. So I've got a Rose Road out there then from Dan. Only 2 gold though. Can you get anything else out of that?
Not very good for your tempo opening up counting coppers early.
No, but I mean, if you're opening and counting coppers, you've got to assume that maybe your hand isn't fantastic and you need those extra cards.
Either that, or you've got enough economy already to sustain you through the first turn.
But Dan didn't, so I'm going to assume that his redraw wasn't fantastic.
I mean, Reinhard doesn't have economy on the board.
No, but he's getting 4 gold rather than 2.
Yeah.
And down there just marshalling a little chud. So he'll be on 0 strength during challenges when Danny's standing. So he might be able to use it later when Danny's sort of knelt, but you know, we'll have to see with that one. So Reinhard there got a King's Road. Dan not treacherying it, so sacking the King's Road to put out a dupe to Rhaegal. So lots of dupes on Reinhard's side, that's a bit concerning with regards to Valar, isn't it?
Yeah, Reinhard must be quite happy.
And Stealth Dragon.
Stealth Dragon and Stand Dragon. This is really good for Reinhard. He He can get 2 challenges off bar treachery with Danny
Yeah.
and gain the insight, keep himself in cards. She's strong enough generally to win challenges.
And also with that on the board, you know, I'm sure that Dan was thinking that he could probably stealth past Danny to get an intrigue and get Rains off.
Not
But
anymore.
not going to be able to do that, so... Going to the military then, it's an interesting choice. I would be tempted not to do that, because obviously Viserys is on the board at the moment. Lance and Tyrion, we're going to presume they're on 6 strength because of Widow's Wail. It was a Widow's Wail, yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, unopposed, and Viserys killed for claim, getting rid of that Widow's Wail, which means that Tyrion's no longer safe now if he wants to do any challenges.
Sad times for Dan.
Yeah, I think I'd have been tempted to not do the military, or at least not do it yet. But maybe there's a master plan. We'll have to have a wait and see. So I think Dan said he's going to pass his challenges there.
He can't go in with the challenge for Tyrion now.
No, and obviously the Chud's on 0 strength to Danny standing, so there'd be no point. Okay, so Rhaegal coming in with the military. It's going to be unopposed, he has no military icon standing. Claiming the Chud, makes sense.
Yeah, Reinhard got his pick of the challenges this round.
He can do all of them, can't he? As I say, barring a treachery. So we've got an intrigue coming in there from Danny, and Dan remembered to collect his 2 gold there, so he's on 3 gold. So he could have a treachery and a burn then.
It's true. Doesn't really need the burned men at the moment,
No, but
unless you want to protect
from
for
Marched. Yeah, I'd be concerned about Marched.
But what Targ player is going to want to march a dragon when they've got Danny out?
True. Yeah, it's a fair point. So...
I mean, Dan must be feeling the pressure here. His board is obviously inferior, and does he have a dupe on Tyrion? No, he doesn't. So he's very vulnerable right now.
Just took a hand of judgment as well.
Yep,
That's annoying. You always want hand judgments against Dracarys.
you do. But now Reinhard knows Dan runs it.
Yeah, so I guess he can expect it and play around it where possible. Okay, and then finally a power coming in just from Viserion. Because it is crossing, so Viserion's on 4 power. So Tyrion wouldn't be able to win even if he did defend. So he gets unopposed, claim, and crossing there. That's a big jump for Reinhard. So at the moment, I think Dan is winning Don. He's got 7. Oh, yeah, he's still got 7, but now got the extra character in.
Just protecting himself against March and using that spare economy rather than letting it go to waste.
Yeah, we might as well. Unless you're expecting a Valar next. You know, yeah, probably unlikely at this stage.
Reinhard could. He just doesn't have any economy on the board to actually marshal anything himself.
Yeah.
And he would have 0 claim.
Yeah, so it's quite unlikely that he would.
Knowing that he won 2 heads on spikes.
Oh, look, he's got a crown of gold there in hand. Oh, is he going to get Tyrion, do you reckon? Oh, okay.
Dan's going to march,
Oh, there you go.
which is fine. He'll march the burned men, hence why he jumped them out, not just, you know, using up that economy, but actually going to get rid of a stealth dragon, I assume.
Yeah, you'd expect so. But another heads on spikes. What's he got there?
Burned men,
No, it's
red cloak.
Red cloaks, yeah.
Yeah, I think he had a couple of red cloaks in hand
Mm.
early doors, which is why he counting coffers. So again, we were stood behind him watching this final,
Yeah.
and his hand was really bad after redraw. So I wasn't surprised when he did play counting coffers.
Oh, now we get the insight.
And as you can see, Reinhardt's hand is pretty good with crown of gold.
I think I can see a drawer there.
I mean, he could play Crown of Gold now, but it's not really worth it. Probably it would leave him more vulnerable in terms of, you know, people on the board.
Yeah,
although they are duped.
Yeah, but he'd only have the 2 characters on the board.
And you want to do 3 challenges,
Yeah.
which
Makes sense.
he's only a
in
nightmare away from not being able to do. But now
Oh right, you mean with 2 characters? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What are you hoping to see from Dan here?
a couple of characters.
Well, he's got 5 gold.
I don't know if he's going to be running any more Widow's Wail. Possibly not.
He's got a great haul out. Might have something big.
He runs the Valyrian Steel Dagger, isn't that right?
That's the intrigue one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Intrigue gets stealth plus strength.
Yep. Only in intrigue challenges,
Right.
which is a temporary strength buff, and as soon as that goes at the end of the challenge,
Dracarys.
yeah. Oh look, another red cloak.
They're the ones where you can put a gold on them to increase their strength in intrigue challenges, right?
Yep.
Cool.
So you sense a theme here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it might be like a Rains deck, maybe?
Could be a Lanni Rains deck.
Yeah.
There's another word for that, right?
Lanni bullshit?
That could be it.
Okay, so just waiting here for Reinhard's challenges. Down there, only 3 characters on the board, but remember, Lancel is still 4 strength because of Tyrion, so, you know, they're okay strength characters, but you really want the Widow's Wail on Tyrion at this point. I think maybe that military at the beginning was a mistake in the moment.
Maybe. And Reinhard's going to pressure Dan's board. Going to get him to A, either kneel out, or B, die.
So just defending the military with the red cloak, so it's not unopposed. Oh, okay. Claiming Tyrion, playing Pod. Oh, if only I had another 2 gold. I do like Pod to save Tyrion. It's so much fun. It's like, oh, I got 4 gold. Save Tyrion.
And
Pay an extra 2.
And you kind of pretend a little bit, like you frown, you sigh, you're like, oh, I haven't got anything to marshal, oh god damn it.
Yeah.
And then you do that.
And it's like, haha, in fact I have 1 extra character.
Yeah, of course, if he did have the extra 2 gold, that then put the pressure onto Reinhard, because Jorah Mormont dies and he's only got 3 characters on the board. Who would you claim if you lose a military after that? It'd be the
Crone,
Crone
wouldn't
or
it?
the Dupe, or a Dragon Dupe.
But it's...
The Dragon Dead are not devastating.
No, but it's unlikely that Dan's going to run another march. So I think he could probably have Dany and Rhaegar left and not be too concerned about them being marched. So got power coming in there from Dany, so it's unopposed, claim, and she also got to restand, and she gets her insight too.
Crikey,
This,
10-0.
This is a quick game.
But that early tempo loss really set Dan back a bit, and he doesn't look like he found the card that he wanted.
No.
He hadn't played an economy plot.
I think though, stuff like this, you know, really does help to highlight why best of 3 sometimes is good. Because it seems like, from what you were saying about Dan's hand, he's just had a really crap hand from the beginning.
Well, you saw the last game where he had Tywin in triplicate, he had Jaime, he had Tyrion, he had all the options that he wanted at that time. And really, when you play a game, you want a mixture of both, don't you? You want the good stuff and some of the chaff to keep it going.
Exactly, yeah.
But here, he's just got chaff.
Is that what we're going to start referring to, like the little bitty bits?
Chaff.
It's just going to be chaff now. So finally, the intrigue coming in from the Crone, who's on 4 strength because of crossing. Just being defended by Lancel, only on 3 strength because Dany is standing. So Reinhard does win that challenge. He gets intrigue claim plus the crossing bonus. Oh, that's not chaff.
It's also something he couldn't afford. Maybe he top decked it.
Maybe he's waiting to use it next turn.
Maybe.
That's a shame.
Greg always fills me with fear.
Oh, he's horrible, isn't he? To sit
I always
across.
feel like he's going to wreck my board. Even though a lot of the time he literally does nothing. Equally, he sometimes wrecks you.
Just a power stealth in Dany here. So that'll be unopposed.
How can he
claim.
stealth Danny? Is the
'Cause-
stealth dragon gone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was March, remember?
Oh yeah.
And that's the end of challenges. So Reinhard's done.
Do you think Reinhard's going to need Crown of Gold?
Not need it.
Maybe he could just cut it from his deck in future.
No! That's like the most OP card in the game, right?
Sam Bratz did that. He played a Dothraki deck and he just cut Crown of Gold.
Crazy man.
He is a brave man.
Mixture of both. Oh, they cancel each other out. So they've got Close Call and Winter Festival, and they each only work if there isn't the opposite type of season happening. So neither of them really work.
Dan must be
So,
quite relieved to have turned that off.
Yeah. I mean, at least he gets to move his red cloaks to the discard pile.
Oh my.
Oh dear. But it doesn't get to draw his card, but then Reinhard doesn't get his 2 powers, so I guess it balances. Oh, he's got economy! Okay, kneeling 1. Oh. Poor Dan. He doesn't look happy.
I think that's game over.
Yeah. I'm not sure Dan can pull this back.
How do you defend against 2 military challenges under the threat of Dracarys?
Well, there's a bodyguard on Tyrion.
Is that what it is? Did he pay for that?
What did he get? He had... His plot was Close Call, so he would have had 6 gold.
He should have paid 4 for Chella. So no, he didn't pay. Oh, less 1 for the
Yeah, so
Great Hall.
so he's only spent 3 gold. So he's not paid for the bodyguard. Because he's got 3 gold remaining. And he had 6 gold. And spent 3 gold because of the Great Hall.
Yeah, he didn't pay for the bodyguard. His head's in the clouds in the final, you know. When you're losing in such an important game, when you're behind, sometimes your mind starts to swim a little bit.
Yeah.
And you start thinking things like, oh my god, I'm in the European final.
Well,
I'm going to lose, but at least I got here.
maybe one day you'll have that experience too, honey.
Unlikely. But I'm really pleased Dan got this experience.
Yeah, it is really, really cool. I wish I'd even, even top 100 would be nice, to be honest.
You're no Dan Williams, Rebecca.
Oh, apparently not. No, proper flunked out in the European.
You're not even as
Championship.
friendly as Dan Williams to play against.
What?
Yeah, you're brutal.
I'm lovely to play against.
You're
In
serious.
fact, in our little chat group, everybody said that I was nice to play against.
They were lying.
Oh.
They were mocking you.
Oh.
It was a simple lampoon.
Uh-oh. But anywho, we have a military coming in from Rhaegal. It's being defended.
Yeah.
So he does win that challenge because Rhaegal was only on 2 because of the crossing, whereas Lancer was on 3 because 4 less 1 because of Dany.
Yep.
Power coming in from Drogo here, so it'd be a power for 5. I don't think you can defend that, can you? So just kneeling Tyrion there. So we got claim plus renown. And then
Can intrigue with Jorah and Dany.
yes.
Win the intrigue, get the renown on Jorah. Are you going for a second military?
What's he doing there? Is that pod?
That damn thing, please.
There you
Put
go.
me out of my misery. Stop this. And unfortunately, this, I think that's the shortest video we've had in the entire game,
Oh, I
in the
think
entire
it is.
Euros. So congratulations, Reinhard.
Yeah, well done, Reinhard, and also congratulations to Dan for achieving 2nd place. It's an amazing achievement.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so well done to you both. And thanks everyone for watching, and hope we get some more videos out soon. Bye.
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 Bye.